Absolutely love the way that thing looks. It's called a shower.
Well, here I am. I'm at Motorcycle Live at the NEC in Birmingham. Just driven down. What time is it? It's nearly 5 to 11. It opens at 10 and it finishes at 5. I'm just using this camera with its internal microphone for the moment. In due course, I'll probably use the remote microphone. And it is a little bit noisy here. Of course, first things first, I got to have a coffee. Right, I'm going to take a quick, complete circuit of the show to case the joint. I'm very interested in the Yamaha stand. Lots of video gaming. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't mind having a go at that. I just wonder whether they can successfully simulate riding a motorbike when you're not actually, you know, when the centrifugal and centripetal forces are not keeping you on the bike. Have a quick dwell stop here. See the trail, what are they called? Trials riding. They're electric, I think, those. The Harley Davidson stand for those people who've got money to burn.
What the hell, mate?
I've got a big one, haven't I?
Hey, let me get this one. That's the serious case of BBC.
Yeah.
If you want any pictures, you know where to go.
Mate,
The biggest camera.
look at BBC, bro. What is going on there, bro?
Well, you know, it's an invisible selfie stick.
Okay,
Yeah. So long as the selfie stick's in line with the camera,
right.
the software takes it out.
Okay.
So this will look like a drone is following me.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh, the camera.
Yeah, because it's a 360 camera.
Oh, brilliant.
So it's taking a spherical. I'll have to edit that out. Don't like the truth get in the way.
You know, I did that to try and encourage me to go off-roading more, and I guess that encompasses your motto of not all roads are black. So tell us a bit more about that phrase.
Okay, can we start with some audience participation?
Go on then.
So let's just see. This could go horribly wrong, but I'll try. So how many of you ride off-road?
Occasionally.
Come on, isn't it? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the one man and the one at the front.
A couple at the front.
So actually, it's a bit of a misleading term, off-road.
Yeah.
Because actually, riding off-road is really and truly private courses. So it's classic practice tracks for enduro, motocross, etc. And actually, the things that we ride, the unsealed roads, are public roads.
Yeah.
So there's actually a bit of a bizarre fact. There's actually more miles of green road than there are motorway. So there's around about 6,000 miles of green road.
So I just stopped for the Trail Riding Federation or Fellowship thing because I'm quite interested in that, and so quite. Loads of things to do your credit card on. Except I tell you, this wouldn't be one of the things. One of those waistcoats. I don't. That's not my bag, maybe. So we're here. Let's have a look at the Hondas. That's seen some life, hasn't it? Now, what I'm interested in Honda is just over there, in fact. It's the Transal. So as you can see, it's 10 and a half. This special edition. The special edition being the colour scheme,
Probably full off.
which is really quite nice. They also do like a grey one. They're very popular at the moment. Grey bikes. I can't bear them. But this is, if you were to get one, this would be the livery to go for. It is a sort of candidate bike for me. I do like when they've got the factory guarding on there. I do like that. It's actually not a bad dash plate sump guard. In fact, it's fairly substantial. Most of the ones they give away with the bike are lightweight and not very good. And I also like that wraparound engine guard and body guard, the one that goes round the front of the bike, and not because you're going to crash and that's going to protect you, but I can clamp my camera to that, and it's very useful for that purpose alone. As you see, I also like the gold wheels. It's got a fairly decent TFT screen, a bit small when you compare it to, say, the Tenere, and I also prefer the Tenere, the Yamaha Tenere's portrait style. I mean, I think the Tenere's screen dashboard, I think, is the market leader. It's very, very clear, and they do benefit from being in portrait, I think. That said, there's nothing wrong with that. One of the criticisms that I've heard about this is the air box is under the tank, and the air filter's under the tank. So you have to dismantle the front of the bike to do an air filter change. Whereas a lot of bikes have got the air filter under the seat, which seems to be a better idea. Not the end of the world. Is this? I probably won't go for it. It's a CRF 350 Rally 6600. It's obviously 300. It's 300 cc. In fact, what is it? It's actually 286 cc. But it's billed as a 300, as they do. It's very lightweight. That's the thing. Where's the weight? 153 kilos. It would be great as an all-round bike, but my worry is that it's just not got the oomph for motorway riding. I mean, I've got to say, I've got to move with the times as well. It has a fairly basic LCD speedometer, dashboard. And I think we're now moving on to the TFTs. That's my next bike. It would be having a TFT. All right, so that's 6-year factory warranty. So that's on that sign on the tank. And I've actually sat on one before, and it fits. Now the other option is the Africa Twin, but then just look at the price of those. I mean, they're just really out of my range. I did see one. There's more over there. This is the Adventure Sport DCT, dual clutch transmission ES. So this is obviously the top of the range one, which is very, very nice indeed, but too pricey. But there's a 3 Africa Twins over here. Let's go and have a look at this. Because I think there's a cheaper one. There we go. Yeah, 14,000. Still not cheap, but not outrageous either. Very nice bike though. Very nice indeed. Really nice TFT screen. I don't know what the little screen is for. Do you know what this is all about? What's this little screen for? Do you know? Oh, right. So it's a speedo, but it's all repeated. It's a repeater there. Yeah.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Oh, and it's also got the warning, the warning lights, telltale lights. Still very nice.
You always got that, and you can actually have your sat nav on there or anything else that's not showing your actual.
That could be it. Maybe you can get a full sat nav screen on there. Right. Right. But most of the time when you get that, they only give you like turn by turn instructions. Maybe that can repeat the whole. That would be excellent, actually. Yeah. Still, it's a lovely dash. Yeah. And I think you're right. I think that repeater there might be so you can get the.
Got anything else?
Yeah.
And you always got, you've got.
Oh, you always got your speed up in front of you. Yeah, lovely. Thank you. It's also importantly got the tubeless spoked wheels. For those who don't know, normal spokes, like on a bicycle, go to the middle of the wheel, round the middle rim of the wheel. On motorbikes, a lot of off-road type motorbikes now, or adventure motorbikes, the spokes go to the edge of the rim, and you can actually see, maybe, hopefully, the end of them poking through the edge of the rim. This means that you can run tubeless tires on them. If they go through the rim, through the middle of the rim, obviously there's an avenue for air to go through, so you can't get a seal for a tubeless tire, because tubeless tires don't have tubes, and they hold the pressure in by the tire and the way it is latched onto the rim. Like all cars now, or most cars have tubeless tires, but and most motorbikes that have solid alloy wheels, they have tubeless tires, of course, including my own bike at the moment. But spokes are better they're more robust and stronger if you ever intend to go off-road. But so these peripheral spokes are the ideal as far as I'm concerned. And in fact, I am looking and considering the Yamaha Tenere, and one of the things that disappoints me about the Tenere is it hasn't got these peripheral tubeless spoked rims. But other than that, what a great bike. Actually, I need to have a sit on it to see how high it is. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it can be lowered. I've got to say that is really nice. Look at that switch gear. Top quality switch gear. Does it have cruise control? Can't really tell. There's so many buttons on there. I can't. Oh, yes, it has got cruise control down there. Very tempting. Yeah. But it feel it's a carbon fiber. Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Well, I was just talking to two young guys at the Honda stand. Extensively. I talked for a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, about choices of bikes. But I didn't film it, a bit intrusive. So, but anyway, I just found myself looking over, and there is the TRF Trail Riders Fellowship. So I'm going to go and have a talk to them and maybe get some literature. Right, so here's the BSA stand. BSA just been resurrected. And again, I think they're Chinese or maybe Indian company. They just kind of invented a motorcycle brand out of nothing. But they're very nice indeed. I do like that Phantom. Look at that, that's just... Oh, actually, these are old bikes. Just notice, these are the old style bikes, hence the kickstart thing. But they are very, very nice indeed. And this is their new attempt, a brand new attempt at a 350 adventure bike, which again, looks nice. I quite like the yellow screen, actually. And I do like that sort of double headlight thing, whatever that is. Presumably that's a lens cap on the headlights. But yeah, I just couldn't take a punt on that because it's got no track record, to coin a phrase, or trail record. So we don't know how reliable it's going to be. Could well be that it's going to be very reliable, but you just can't tell. There's quite a few. I've just been noticing something. When I switch the camera on, even though it's at the end of this selfie stick, it vibrates and the vibration goes through the selfie stick. So you know that it's on. Of course, you can see the light as well. These are the Maving. These have been going for a while. I've seen these on one of Henry Cole's programs. They're very nice, actually. And I think you can see the top of the tank has a door in it. I think that's where the batteries go in. And I think you can buy multiple batteries. Oh, it's telling me the camera battery's low, so I'm going to have to change the battery. But yeah, as you can see, I think you can buy really compact battery packs. So I think the idea is you have one in the office and one at home and multiple. But I'm just not there yet. I mean, again, that's interesting. It's powered by a motor in the back wheel. But be a great commuter, if I commuted. And they're very nice. I do like the look of them. But just not in my bailiwick at the moment. Wheel. Oh, and here's the DE with listed equipments. Let's have a look. Nice. I like the yellow and blue. And this has got the lots of accessories on it. And those accessories, again, 3,500. But at least you're starting with a starting price of 10,000. So not too bad. Now, the 800 just has ordinary spoked wheels, front and back, which makes some more sense. Not as convenient as the peripheral spokes, but even so, I do like it. And if I were getting one of these, it would be in that colour. Because you can see the other colours in that sign there. And they've got like a black one and then grey. I don't know what they... Oh, look at that. Oh, this is a custom shop. Again, not my bag, but still impressive all the same. So yeah, this is the 790 Adventure, a really smart looking bike, I have to say. And in fact, the good thing about this one and a few of the others is that the luggage I've already got on my Triumph, which is by a company called Boomot, they do racks for this bike. I haven't been talking about that, but they do them for the Suzukis as well. And they do them for the Yamaha Tenere. So there's those fuel tanks there. Now the beauty of them, aside from having all the fuel down low, they actually are very robust, even though they're only made of nylon or some kind of plastic. So you don't need engine guards because it falls over. It also makes the bike easier to pick up. So you see what I mean? Which one is this? This is the Manx. And really swish, sleek styling. They got carbon fiber wheels. And look how thin those spokes, for want of a better expression. Look how thin they are. That is actually carbon fiber. That's not carbon effect. That's a carbon fiber wheel. Just look at these things of beauty. Now, the silver ones are kind of nice, but I think the blue one over there, that is nice. They're quite a departure, not many, kind of daring colour, really. A little bit of Union Jackery on the side there. It has to be said, it's a beautiful bike. I think that's the Manx R as well, but in the blue. The only one that has sort of piqued my interest, I think, is over here. I particularly like the colour of this one. This is their new attempt at called the Atlas GT. Smaller than I've seen it on YouTube. It's quite small. I think this is 600cc, yeah. 585 parallel twin. It's got alloy wheels, hence the GT, I think. Here's the Atlas. Here are the Atlas with spoked wheels. And again, no prices, but a really excellent TFT screen. Some quite natty semi-hard luggage. I wonder how they'll do. So, BMW stand. Probably the busiest stand. Oh dear. Somebody's having a rest. This will be the busiest stand in the whole show, as you can see. And I've seen on other YouTube videos, it's just said, you know, you can't get near the bike you want to see. And this is the bike I want to see. It is the new F450 GS, which is very nice indeed. Oh no! So that's the GS. That's got the alloy wheels. The one I'm interested in is this one, and particularly in that livery. Because it's got the spoked wheels, and in particular, it's got the peripheral spoked wheels, which allow for tubeless tyres. I need to have a sit on this. Well, the base price is $6,999, but this one we're looking at is over the 8, I think. And then there's accessories that I would like. Take it even higher. Let's have a look. Hello, super. It's nice. Oh, such a light cut. But it also, in the top level, it has a snazzy I can't remember the name of it, but an easy operating clutch. So in other words, you don't really need the clutch for most of the gear changes. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a new way. It's not an automatic clutch, and it's not an automatic motorbike, but it's got this really clever clutch. It means it's less fatiguing, of course. I think it's different to a quick shifter, although, so I'm not sure whether it needs a quick shifter. Anyway, let's see how. So I can get my foot down. That's handy, which means if I'm slightly leant over, it'll be no problem at all. And this is on the highest seat level, because this is the Enduro seat. So this is no problem at all. I could definitely ride this. Now, it's got loads of software, loads of riding gizmos, off-road riding modes and so on, which is all great for me because I really like that assistance because I'm not that good off-road. But I don't think it's got inbuilt heated grips. I don't think it's got cruise control as an option.
I'm going to say,
But I have to say, it's very nice indeed. My big thing is the 450. It's actually a 425cc. It's got 48 brake horsepower. I can't remember the torque, but the 48 the settings for horsepower and torque are set to allow A2 license holders, like new license holders, to ride it. That's where it's targeted. But it's perfectly decent as a grown-up bike as well. And having sat on it, I really am quite fond of this. I think you can get a touring screen because I don't like those little tiny screens, but obviously it's off-road. People like small screens, but I prefer something that keeps the weather off me and the wind over my head. But I think this is a real possibility. It's very nice indeed. I really like this. It doesn't feel like a tiny bike, even though it's a 450. Now, so long as this can do, 80 miles an hour on the motorway without it screaming at you, then I could easily envisage buying this. And let's go and have a look at the price. Yeah. So I think, standard equipment, standard equipment for the GS Trophy, off-road foot pegs, white handguards, that's all, white main frame, which is nice, riding mode pro, shift assistant pro, tinted rally windshield, sport suspension. Also, it has got a shift assistant, quick shifter, tinted rally windshield, sport suspension, that's good, aluminium engine guard, that's good, and easy ride clutch, that's it, easy ride clutch. What it does, I think, is just before you're about to stall, the clutch disengages. So I'm not absolutely certain of it. And, you do worry about new technology, but this is BMW. They've been developing these things for years. So all of the technology that comes on this has been borrowed off their bigger bikes. It's getting closer to the top of my list. And the top of my list at the moment is, if I were to be buying a bike, and I'm not buying a bike right now, but if I were, the top of my list is the Tenere, which I think is the coolest looking adventure tourer on the sale. But this got released at EICMA last year, I think, as a concept. And then we saw videos of it. They did videos of it doing its stuff, being a really crazy off-roader. And then we saw videos, when they wrapped them with disguising wrap work and paintwork and things. And I thought they toned it down and made it look a little bit boring, but they haven't. It's gorgeous. And it's got this one has got the Akrapovic or Akropovich, however it's pronounced, exhaust as well. Now, when it comes to those handguards, the problem is they're not bark busters. They're not aluminium. Or are they? No, they're still plastic. So they'd have to be changed. It's a selling point on the thing, you know, the white handguards. But they've got to come off, haven't they? Because they're not man enough for the job. Still look good. What sells this is the price. This is, look, even if we say it's 8,000 quid, that's nearly 3,000 less than the Yamaha. The other issue for me is, will it be provided with hard luggage, aluminium hard luggage? I've seen that online, the photos, you know, the accessories online show soft luggage, which people who are devoted off-roaders always swear by soft luggage. But to me, aluminium hard luggage is my thing, because I want to be able to stop in a town or a village or a city, and I want to be able to walk away from the bike and not worry about it. So what I'm going to do now is stop a minute, and I'm going to take some photos with my camera, sorry, with my phone.
That's a little selfie stick.
I'm bragging about its size.
Just like you're saying, it's a bit of a little selfie stick.
I think it could be
I
called
thought really little from that distance.
Now, the good thing is here, I'm hoping the mic is still connected. I think it was. The good thing here is I can't see a thing from where I am, because there's 3 deep at the barrier fence, and yet with my videoing, I will be, because of the selfie stick, I'll be able to see everything. This is really quite good. And of course, I think this is the demonstration of the bike I'm interested in, the 450. I can't really see, but I think that's what it is. Wow. Of course, I'm as good as that.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Make Life Ride Arena here at Motorcycle Line MCL 2025. We've got some fun and games coming up. We've got two hooligans on GSs doing some frankly ridiculous stuff that you shouldn't be doing on an adventure bike.
But well, as you may see from, if anybody dares to or cares to watch it, you may see I've just watched the BMW display. Very good it was too. And I've just had a really good long chat with a couple of the ladies on the BMW stand about the F450. And I saw this on somebody else's clip the other day. Oh, here we go. Look at this. He's just doing a demo. This is actually a really smart piece of kit for motorbike maintenance, but not just maintenance. As they said, somebody interviewed them online on YouTube, and it's not just that. You can also use it to store your bike in the corner of a garage. But you see, it's in the wheelie position there. It can also do a stoppy position and with nose down, and it can also do level. And clearly, it's for bike maintenance. But what a clever piece of kit! And that is a 1/4-ton motorbike. And it's got a foot pump that you pump it up to the right level. And it sort of connects through the swing arm pivot there. And they reckoned that it was compatible with most motorbikes. Himalayan 450 by Royal Enfield. Got some prices there, different colour schemes. Well, they're all about 6,000. The cheapest one, the haze brown or the Kazar brown, is 5,700. So they're very, very well priced. This one has been kitted out with like a headlight guard, maybe a slightly bigger screen, maybe some crash bar panniers, tank bag, and then the metal panniers on the back. I've just been talking to BMW, and they don't yet know whether they're going to be offering aluminium panniers, but they said they'll know in a couple of weeks. They'll put it out on the keep an eye on the website. But I said, you know, if the Royal Enfield can weather aluminium panniers, which has got about 10 horsepower less than the BMW, then the BMW should be able to do it. So first time I've ever sat on one of these things, and they've got a huge following, and I do like them. It's just that they're a bit heavy. They're about 230 kilos, which is only 20 kilos of BMW 1300 GS, or maybe 40 kilos. But it's a heavy bike that hasn't got a lot of power, but it's simple and nice. It's a nice bike, and you can kit the mag because they do all sorts of extras. I mean, look at this. It even comes with proper aluminium handlebar guards, Barkbuster type guards, but they're Royal Enfield. It's got a circular TFT screen, which is nice, but it kind of mimics an ordinary screen. I kind of like the new looking, you know, big multifunctional screens that are available now. Even so, first time I sat on one, and it's very nice. Itchy Boots rode one of these. I've been watching Itchy Boots recently, who's one of the most popular YouTubers for motorcycle adventure. Very good she is too. She's ridden the old one of these from all the way from Southeast Asia all the way back to Europe, back to Holland, and been all. That's the first season, first series. That's where I'm still up to. But she's also ridden all over the place, and she's managed on one of these, and she likes it. She loves it, and I could easily go for this, particularly given the price. And it's got a huge support network all over the world, because being Indian, certainly the whole of Asia's got them because they're cheap and lots of people ride them. But yeah, I like it, and it certainly fits. There's no doubt about that, and it could really win on price. I think the wing mirrors are a bit desperate. They're not very good. They'd have to change. But other than that, it's a good bit agricultural. But sometimes that's what you want. And the fact is, they're quite small, the aluminium panniers, but they're that's fine. You know, you carry kit to suit the panniers. You know, I've got quite large panniers on my bike at the moment, made by Boomod, but they I don't have to have that. You know, if you've got big panniers, you fill them. So I could live with panniers this size if they were on the BMW, because I've got to say, even though this is cheaper than the BMW F450 GS, it's just not that far off. So I think I'd rather go for the F450 GS and get all the bells and whistles they get there and the extra power. So it's a bit difficult. As to the Royal Enfield offerings, these are, what's this? Oh, the Super Meteor. These are 650cc, I think. Yeah, 650cc. I think the 650 engine from Royal Enfield is relatively new. And one of the reasons I didn't consider the Royal Enfields before was because of the small engine. Incidentally, the Himalayan they're bringing out at 750. Look at this gorgeous thing. That is, I'd be very tempted by one of those. Look at those wheels. Very nice indeed, isn't it? It's very nice. I mean, if I had a stable for, if I won the lottery, I would definitely, I'd just buy one of these because it's so beautiful. Very nice indeed. This is very nice. I've got another camera battery warning. That's a nice colour, isn't it? Very retro. This is the Royal Enfield Hunter HNTR 350. Somebody was saying on YouTube the other day that you're not allowed to say Hunter. Well, I don't know. That's nice, but these are all quite nice. Oh, and that one over there, now that is nice. Very, very 70s retro, that is. The Guerrilla 450. Incidentally, that teal Royal Enfield, I'm just going to show you the price of that. It's ludicrously cheap, given how smart it looks. 4,719 quid. It's called a Goan, incidentally. 350, I think. That's nice as well. That's some really nice looking bikes. Oh, look at that. The Bear 650. That's nice. Look, they're great bikes. But, oh, and these are custom bikes, I think, but they've got like a Judge Dredd look about them. With that, like, police badge thing. And the gold pinstriping. Yeah, it looks like Judge Dredd's police badge. Oh, now. Somebody else on YouTube spotted this one. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Very nice. The old bubble cars. Look at that with the sort of open convertible type thing. Isn't that great? Fully. They're called Microlino. Looks like they're all left-hand drive, which is fine. Oh, look, that one's sold. Because you're not going to be overtaking too many people in these, are you? That one's sold. Oh, I think the front opens like the old style Isetta bubble car. Goodness. This is the latest offering from Kawasaki. They've been kind of out of this game for a while. They used to have the KLR 600 and 650. And then there was a hiatus. And now they brought this back. Now it's called the KLE 500, but I think it's about 450cc. But there's lots of, I think the price is going to come round on the number plate. But I think the price is a great advantage. And, you know, it's a tried and tested brand, but it is quite basic, I think, compared to the competition. Cash price 6,741. Does have an Akropovich exhaust. I do like the green, and I think it goes well with the white, actually. Time will tell.
Is it same as the other hope?
Can't see the Tenerés yet. Where are they?
Hey?
Oh, here they are. So these are the bikes of interest for me. Now this is interesting. So this is the Tenere Low. So they've factory lowered the bike by, I think it's about 20 centimeters, 20 millimeters, 2 centimeters. No, a couple of inches anyway. Whatever. They've lowered it a bit to make it easier for non-tall people. But that's a standard. So I'll try all of them, but and then you get to the pale blue one there, which is the Rally. That's tall. And I'm not interested in that. That's a serious off-roading. However, the one on the end, we'll have a look at in a moment, the World Raid, that's got 2 fuel tanks, so it's got a greater fuel capacity, therefore a greater range. Now, given that I'm interested in touring, that really appeals to me. Loads of people say, oh, you don't want all that heavy fuel. No, well, you don't, but you don't have to fill it, do you? You know, if you were going off-road. One I would probably go for, if I didn't go for that World Raid. Now, I can get, by shifting my arse a bit, I can get a flat foot on the ground. And if I were to lean the bike a bit, there'd be no problem at all. This will certainly do me. I mean, I've had tall bikes before, like BMW R1200 GS was tall. My Super Tenere was tall. The Yamaha. I only need to get 1 foot on the ground. That's fine. So yeah, this should do me. Entirely happy with this. But let's see the differences now. That is too tall. I mean, they're all capable of being lowered because you get lowering kits for them. But if I were going for it, it's got to be the low. The low is already manageable and it's factory lowered, so it's you're not messing about. It's been done properly. They're the same bike really, otherwise. So there's no problem with it. Now, obviously, the greater ground clearance is good for off-road, but I'm only a sort of lily-livered off-roader. Old Raid, this has just come out this year. And I'll take a good tour around this bike to show you that there are 2 filler caps here. It's got a steering damper as well, which I didn't really know. But 2 filler caps because it's got a much bigger tank. It's got a tank that sits side to side, which a lot of people moan about because they say it's extra weight. But to me, for touring, now let me see. Right, I can get my tiptoe. I can get my ball of my foot down here. So if I were to go to this and maybe have it lowered that a bit, like 2 centimeters, an inch or a bit, and might even be a lower seat, it's a possibility. Or just have it dealer lowered with a lowering kit. This would work. Of them all, this is my favourite. This is because this one, so one of the criticisms of the Tenere so far has been that it doesn't have cruise control, and none of these middleweight venture bikes have cruise control. For some reason, the Honda Transalp doesn't, the Suzuki 800 doesn't. This one does. So this is, they've gone one step further. Now, I reckon what's going to happen is if back in 2026, 27, they're probably going to put the same option on the others, maybe as an option rather than standard, which this one is. But if I were going out buying now, because there's not, there's a few £100 difference. I'll have a look in a moment. But because these two tanks because I'm interested in touring and travelling. And the tank on the standard Tenere, I think, is about 17 or 18 litres, 16, 17, 18 litres. So you get about 200 miles, maybe 200, if you're lucky, 200 miles range. This will do 250 miles or thereabouts, maybe more. So to me, it's a range, but it will still go off-road for the kind of level of lily-livered off-roading that I do so far. So just showing the spec guide, 11,000 to 12,000 quid. But I have to say, that's my favourite, not least because the colour scheme is also really, really cool. Obviously, this is all hypothetical. I'm not shopping right now, but if I were to be shopping, out of all of these, don't get me wrong, the standard low over there, standard low in the sort of taupe, whatever that colour is, the sort of sandy colour, that's great. I can live with that. Let me go and check out the price of that, see what the price difference is. See, that's 10,100. There's quite a price difference there. Nearly £2,000 price difference. So, you know, I might have to settle for that if I was shopping, you know, and real money was involved rather than lottery money. But if I could persuade myself of affordability, it would be this. I'll wait till these people to get off and then I'll take a walk around. As you can see, you've got the two fuel tanks. So you fill both. Obviously, they're both linked to the engine, but you've got them on side by side, which I think might improve the criticism of the Tenere in that it's a bit too top heavy. So it might lower the centre of gravity a little bit. I'm not sure anybody's claimed that. But as you can see, the controls, it's got cruise control, quick shifter, it's got a steering damper, which is quite handy. But otherwise, just gorgeous. Well, nice, isn't it? TT winning team. That's very nice. So the conclusion was from the Honda stand. Can't see where they are now. Conclusion was from the Honda stand was that I could definitely do. Where are they? Ah, here they are. So the Transalp in those colours, I like that. And I could do that. I'm off. Excuse me, Austin, I can't go by without saying hello. Hello, Trevor Davis. How do you do?
Yes.
I've
That's for.
this is my 360 camera.
You're actually shooting here in portrait.
No. 360. I never do that.
That is portrait.
No, it's just a guide. It
Oh,
doesn't matter
so you can
because it's a 360 camera.
get a landscape version of that shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah. No, I've got. So this, check this out.
Hang on.
Oh, right, and not that one.
Best trail bike in the world. Now, the rally's a red herring, in my opinion.
Right.
And it's the idea of turning one of these into a round the world machine.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
But that's not what you get when you do that.
No. No.
What you get when you turn that around the world machine is basically what my bike looks like.
Yeah. Oh, that's yours.
That
Yeah,
bike
yeah.
with loads of luggage on it.
Right, yeah.
You know, and then like for example, the side stand, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at my side stand. You see the plate on it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Does that come with that?
No.
No.
Well, that's a bugbear of mine.
mad, isn't it?
Why, if it's an off-road bike, why do you have to buy an accessory, which is a foot stand, a foot plate?
Well, they do. You know, maybe that's why it's cheap.
Yeah, but, a little bit more metal. It's not really. Anyway, no, that's interesting.
There's no culture of that.
No.
No manufacturer in the world that I know of sells a bike with a thing the size of a beer mat on the bottom of it, which is what it needs to be.
It's absolutely right, yeah. Every single bike I've bought, I've had to put a plate on the bottom. But you've welded that on the bottom, haven't you? Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
The bike never falls up.
Well, if you've made it this far, thanks very much for watching. And if you feel the urge, please like and subscribe. Thanks again.